everyone, welcome to Show the Weekend. I'm Ellen. I'm Luke. Oh, for goodness sake. Where is he this time? Hey, Jane, have you seen Luke anywhere?
He was getting really into Metroid Samus Returns on the 3DS.
Okay, cool, but do you know where he is now?
Yeah, he asked me to physics him up a Metroid power suit so he could go into a morph ball.
Hang on, is Luke inside of that?
Yeah.
Can you get him out? We've got to go do Show the Weekend.
Get him out? He didn't specify that.
Jane!
Oh, fine.
Show of the weekend, show the weekend, show of the weekend, show the weekend, show of the weekend. Good to stretch out.
How did you get your knees in there?
Not comfortably.
Oh.
Do you have any cartilage? Because I need some cartilage.
I think I have to keep on mine right now. Okay.
So selfish. You've always been such a cartilage hog. Something I've always said about you privately behind your back. But like, Ellen, she's all right. Cartilage hog. No, I'm good. I'm feeling stretched out, energised.
Yeah. So other than being in a ball, what have you been doing this week?
I've been doing the same thing as you, which is playing Hellblade.
Yeah.
Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh, it was really good.
It's really good. It's a really unusual game. I have not played anything else like it. When you fire it up, you'd be forgiven for thinking that you've seen this kind of game before, because it's a very, very beautiful, over-the-shoulder thing. It looks visually a lot like something like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
In fact, it has a lot visually in common with Horizon Zero Dawn, even down to the character's amazing hair. But as soon as you start playing, you realise that there's quite a lot more going on. And that comes in straight away with the voices that you start hearing in your head.
Oh, she heard us.
So this game sort of tackles mental health issues quite head on.
Yeah, completely.
As the game opens, it tells you that it was made by talking to people who experience and suffer from psychosis.
Yep.
And that's kind of what the game is trying to get to, and it does that through voices that you hear in your head.
There's also, like, at the very beginning of the game, there's a consultant for, like, historical stuff and for mental health.
I mean, it does look like they've put the legwork in terms of trying to cover that and make sure that they kind of get some accuracy to it.
Our pal Johnny over at Eurogamer, he did a review of it, and he said it was, like, one of the best depictions he's kind of ever seen, because it's almost like as a mechanic in the game. When you're in danger, the voices talk to you. When you're trying to solve a puzzle and you feel a bit, I'm so stuck, I don't know what I'm doing, the voices are there, like, putting doubt into your head.
What does it mean? Which ravens?
Where are they?
Can't you see them? She asks. Look around. Try to find the line up the ravens.
Yeah, it feels like it's not something that you sort of intermittently struggle with in the game. It's more like something that you're always.
A constant,
yeah, it's a total constant. It's not necessarily debilitating. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's helpful.
You have to take a closer look to see. Why isn't she focusing? She needs to focus now.
But it's just something that you have to deal with and cope with, which
which is what they wanted to put across, is people just have to deal with it.
I think the way that the voices talk to you as you're playing is what I found most striking. There's a bit really early on where you do something that is very, very common in video games. You're just kind of like walking along this sort of path downhill, and there's a little spot where you have to jump further than you can jump up. So you just jump down, and you sort of know that when you jump down you won't be able to get back up, because that's just how games work, but you know that that's the path, so it's not a problem. But as you jump down, there's a voice going, she won't be able to, why'd you do that? She won't be able to get back up.
She's stuck now, she has to keep going.
Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now. No, this is it. The hidden path.
It's all the doubts that you have when you're playing a game, but sort of writ large and become sort of obnoxiously loud. There's a little bit of freedom in the order in which you tackle things, but I've done one boss fight. I've played it through that far.
Right.
And the combat is so intense, and that's down to two things. One is the voices. They're going constantly, even while you're fighting. So sometimes, for example, like you'll get knocked down and you're about to be like finished off, and the voice is going like, get up, you're all right, she can do this, she can do this.
She can still do it.
And sometimes they're like, you're going to die, you're going to die, you're going to die.
It's like, oh God.
Surrounding her. She's going to get up quick. She's injured.
Yeah, and it's very, very interesting to have have those voices, sometimes helpful, sometimes not.
Yeah.
The other thing is the game has this mechanic where Senua has this sort of, I think it's described as rot on her right arm that she gets infected with at the start of the game.
Yeah.
And every time you die, it sort of creeps a bit further towards your brain, and if it gets all the way to your head, the game tells you that it will erase your save and you have to start again.
But I have heard that might not be the case.
Yeah,
some people
have
kind of like
that.
have died over and over and over and over and over and over, and they're fine.
Mm.
But it sounds like there's a possibility that Ninja Theory did just like throw a curveball at us and say, yeah, totally permadeath, just to make you kind of like, which was a brave decision, because one, it made me more on edge. Like, you had like screams from me in that game, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna die because I'm not gonna fail this game.
Yeah.
Imagine you've got Ellen!
Also, people online were really annoyed at them for it, but it really did add to my experience having that thought of, this might be it. I can't have this happen too much.
It really doesn't matter if the permadeath thing is real or not, because as soon as you see it, you're like, well, I'm not gonna test it.
Not gonna risk it.
The game only has one save, even knowing, because I'd seen that thing too about like, oh no, apparently it's not. So like, I'm sort of not sure.
Yeah.
But I'm
not taking it.
Yeah, you don't want to risk it. So in the time that I've played it, you die once at the beginning, and I think it's unavoidable to show you how I assume it's unavoidable. Yeah. And since then, I have died once. In a way, it's hard to die because the game gives you a lot of chances. You get knocked down.
You get knocked down, but you
get back up again. Never going to get you down. For shame, Ellen. I'm not high-fiving that. I'll go on then. I need to wash my hand now. That threat of proper death, and even if it's fake, the fact that the game is telling you, like, really don't die because it's really serious and you mustn't, whereas most games sort of, there's like you know that you're not supposed to die, but the game's never like, don't die, you idiot. So the game very explicitly telling you, like, don't die, just means that the combat, and this boss fight I did, it was just one of the most intense fight. Like, at the end I had to like peel my hands off the controller, bathed in sweat. It wasn't that gross. It was just so intense. I mean, it was a hard fight anyway. It's really, really prolonged, really drawn out. The game is definitely a narrative game. It's like exploring and you're being told a story, but don't let that fool you into thinking that the combat is perfunctory. No. Because it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
And then the enemies start stacking up and you've got to fight like 3 at once.
It's amazing how in this particular game, you get 3 enemies and you're like, oh no. It's like that Dark Souls thing of as soon as there's more than like 2, you're like, oh no.
Back up.
Great. You know. How did you find the combat? Because it doesn't tell you off the bat exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you have to figure it out for yourself quite a lot.
Quite a lot of people do like all these cool
combos and
stuff. I'm like, I want to do that. Because some people are like, oh, Ellen just does this. And I've seen other people do this and this and this and this. And I'm like, it's because I didn't know what the controls were because they don't tell you.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I think I'm doing it right. Yeah.
Well, like, the interesting thing is, again, because it doesn't tell you the controls.
Yeah.
I watched you play it when we were doing the Let's Play. And then when I was playing it through myself, I was like, I'm sure Ellen was doing all this stuff where she would like do like a sprinting, running, jump thing. And I'm like, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. And then I realised it's on L1, I think. It's like you have to hold down the sprint button with the attack and then you, and that's really good.
I just did that over and over because it looked really cool.
Yeah, it did
like,
look really
why
cool.
Why does Ellen run in all the time? And I'm like, because it looks epic.
Because it looks amazing.
Because Senua looks badass. So.
Never mind manoeuvres, always go straight at them. The other thing that makes the combat really tense is that it gets harder and harder the more you get hurt. When you've like taken a few hits, like, Senua's like, her sword swing starts to become like, and I'm like, this is when I need you to be really on it. Not listless. I've been thumped so much and stuff, and your vision's going all funny, and it's kind of
stress upon stress upon stress.
Just on the right side of enjoyable.
Like brilliantly balanced stress. It's not that kind of, I don't want to play this. It's, I am going to finish this.
Yeah, I'm going to win you, Hellblade, and then who'll be laughing? Well, not me. I'll be sad, probably. I imagine there's a lot of emotional devastation coming up, but on some level, I'll be like, ha ha ha.
I love the puzzle solving in it. The going through all the different gates, that's one of my favourite puzzles that I've done in a game so far this year. I love things like that where you like mess with the environment through different filters and stuff like that.
Also, just think about how hard that must be to program.
I know.
Like a thing where you sort of move and it changes what the level looks like beyond it.
Like, just what?
So Hellblade, definitely worth checking out. It's not full price game, so
No, I've
something
heard
you can blast
it's
through in a
like
few
around
evenings.
like 10 hours.
And you're not going to play anything else like it anytime soon.
It's so unique, and it was like such a unique experience as well.
It's weird to be a sort of sword-swinging, high-kicking, flipping badass
Who
and
also
feel so like...
Yeah, like,
you know,
because Senua is really capable. She's so capable, but because you've got all this doubt and like you're in a really scary environment and there are corpses everywhere and weird gods and illusions, you're just like completely thrown off. And it's done so well. It's done really, really well.
Cool. So check it out.
Now, from one badass adventurer to two others, Uncharted The Lost Legacy is coming out soon. So Luke,
Yeah.
got a quiz for you.
Yes!
Yay!
So ready! Look at my face, it's ready! Let's go!
You know that treasure hunting is not the risk averse, right?
I'd say we can use all the luck we can get. Down!
So, Uncharted The Lost Legacy will see Chloe Fraser and Nadine Ross looking for the tusk of Ganesh in the mountains of India.
Get that tusk.
Yeah.
So I'm super pumped for this game. I don't know if that's coming across.
Right, question one.
Yeah.
What have you lost recently that you'd quite like Chloe and Nadine to help you find?
Interesting.
Oh, good one. Sense of purpose. Yeah. My moral compass, honestly. I can't tell right from wrong anymore. What have I lost? Yeah, I lost a bag on a train. That's always haunted me.
Oh.
Yeah. I hate losing things.
Yeah.
It's the worst feeling, isn't it?
I lost a Blue Peter badge once.
No!
But I wrote to them and I said I lost it and I'm really sad, and they sent me another one because they were really nice.
Good tip if you want one but don't want to do the work.
No, I sent them like what I'd written as well again.
Did they demand proof?
No.
They're like, prove it. I got a Blue Peter badge for drawing a picture of a pond. It wasn't a good drawing. I would like Chloe and Nadine to find your Blue Peter badge.
Then I'd had two Blue Peter badges.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got a replacement one.
Make for a very exciting Uncharted adventure.
No.
For a Blue Peter badge.
Well, yeah, because like who knows where in Ellen's room it is? It could be like, you know, is it under the mattress? Is it in? Is it falling down the back of a drawer?
Lost on the DLR.
Lost it on the train.
On the DLR.
So they'll just be examining the London transport system.
Well, I mean, they'll probably call up
When
lost
I
property.
was like 11 as well.
Yeah.
Baker Street Station.
I mean, why ring ahead? And if they say no, then you don't want to waste a trip going there.
Never a wasted trip. There's a Dunkin' Donuts around the corner.
Yeah.
Get yourself a treat.
I'd watch Chloe and Nadine in a Dunkin' Donuts going, oh, it's a shame they didn't have the badge, isn't it? We should do Blue Peter badges. Legally distinct Blue Peter badges.
My mum always jokes that we need a cat and a dog because they always had pets.
Yeah.
We need a cat, a dog and a tortoise.
And they die though.
And they've got the garden and they just bury them all. Anyone in America is like, what?
It's this UK kids show where they're just burying dogs. When I was a child, I had a bumblebee from the Transformers. Yeah, I lost that. And it had little rubber tyres. So that, you know, Chloe and Nadine, if you're watching and you're looking for it, look for the one with little rubber tyres. That's what I hate about losing things. It's like, where is it? I mean, obviously, that is the annoying thing about losing. But, you know, like,
The annoying thing about losing things is not knowing where they are. It's the most annoying. Luke, got a more fun question for you.
Yeah, cool.
If you were to go on a high-octane Uncharted adventure,
I would love that.
where in the world would you want it to be set?
Well, ideally, I'd like it to take in a number of different sites. Because, you know, they're sort of globe-trotting things, aren't they? Yeah. But
And is it so you can go on a boat a lot?
there has to be a bit on a boat. That's not unreasonable. It's got to be a good mixture. There's got to be a seedy bit. So maybe like I'm like in the Hong Kong underworld or something like that for a little bit, and then Hong Kong Disneyland, and then Tokyo Disneyland.
Yeah.
and then Disney World, Florida,
yeah.
and then
Disneyland,
Disneyland
California.
in California, yeah. Paris, of course.
Yeah,
Disney
Paris.
Land in Paris.
Shanghai.
Finishing up in Shanghai, the new one. Just every Magic Kingdom. I'd like my Uncharted adventure to be every Magic Kingdom. I would like it to just be all of the It's a Small World rides.
Oh my god!
And then the last animatronic doll in the last It's a Small One is holding the artifact.
Yeah. Jungle. I would really want it to be in
Yeah?
the jungle. Yeah. Possibly like Angkor Wat in Cambodia. That would be pretty rad.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds
Around those ruins. Yeah.
That sounds amazing. That's a good answer. Apart from me, because otherwise, if you didn't choose me, I'd be mad at you.
Yeah.
Who would be your go-to partner for adventuring?
Who would be my go-to partner for adventuring? For some reason, I can only think of Captain Birdseye.
You have a steady supply of fish fingers.
Yeah. I feel like this is going to be one of those questions where the viewers have a much better idea of who I should be adventuring with.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments.
Stick it in the comments.
Yeah.
And then I'll read them and be like, yes, that's what I should have said. Yeah, obviously, that's the answer.
Okay, well, that was a good answer, Luke, but the
It wasn't a great answer.
but the actual answer was still me. It was a trick question, and you failed, and now I'm just hurt. Anyway.
Why is the Ellening so relentless?
Finally, the Uncharted series is famous for many things, including its high-octane action sequences
Yeah.
and its intriguing puzzles.
They're
Luke,
intriguing. Yeah.
to prove your worth as an adventurer, you must solve these 3 riddles
Oh,
that I have
no.
for you. Just very simple riddles, but as Uncharted is also dangerous, you must solve them in adverse conditions.
You're going to hit me with an axe. What is happening? Something's being assembled. What is that? What? Why am I being fanned?
Is that all right? Sound-wise. I did request like one of those hurricane machines, but we don't have the budget for that. So
Ah! Wait, I should grip on. No!
what runs but never walks
A towel. It's always a towel. Is it not a towel?
No.
Not a towel.
and has a mouth but never talks?
What runs but never walks?
Has a mouth but never talks.
I tell you what, these fans are really doing the job. It was really like, I don't know.
It's a river.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I know the answer. Good. Yeah.
What do an island
Yeah.
and the
A reef.
and the letter T have in common?
Sometimes you get palm trees that are in the shape of a T, like in that one episode of The Simpsons.
No, Andy, have you got
James,
this?
do you know? No idea. Andy's
No.
thinking. He's got a thinking face on.
No.
The ocean. They're both in the middle of. It's
It's a word.
water. Yeah. They're both in the middle of water.
Finally, Luke,
Yeah.
what goes all the way around the world
Islands.
but stays in the corner?
It's not going to be a towel, is it?
No. That's the one that
What gets wetter as it
you
dries.
drive.
What goes all the way around the world but stays in the corner? A ship's cat.
No.
No.
Yeah! It's a
Very
stamp.
good. Oh my god, that
I
was
nearly
intense.
brought a water pistol as well, but I didn't
I'm
have
glad
enough
that you
hands.
didn't. By the time I'd have figured out that island one,
What gets wetter as it dries, Luke?
Luke, what gets wetter is it fails to solve a child's riddle.
Well, I think we've learnt a lot
Oh.
about Uncharted.
Yeah, I've got a real sort of Indiana Jones feeling going on now.
Yeah.
Thank you for that quiz. That was really
That
fun.
was good. Oh, I'm glad. You had some very good answers.
Yeah.
And now we're going to see what cool things you had to say in the comments. This week we looked at some of the most annoying ways you can insta-fail in a game. Quick time events, or QTEs, are designed to be tests of your super fast reflexes.
Think fast.
But sometimes they come at you when you least expect them, often in the middle of what you think is a cutscene.
Think fast.
Oh my god, I'm watching something. What the hell was that for?
Some people disagreed with your raging at QTEs, Ellen, with House of Rolls pointing out that they can sometimes lighten the mood. It's worth failing in QTEs sometimes to see the protagonist die a horrible, horrible death. Tomb Raider is case in point, right?
I don't know what you mean. It's not funny at all. Luke, this is no... I'm sorry. No, that one was ridiculous.
Well, Reese Cowell thought up another annoying insta-fail. I'll tell you what is an annoying auto-fail: when you try to lasso a dead man's horse and the game decides that that's just not in character or something. It's what the horse would have wanted. Yeah, so annoying. Isn't that right, Andy?
Shall I lasso his horse and bring it back?
Can you do that? Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, is it gone? Oh, no, there it is. Yeah. He's not ready to live in the wild.
Yeah.
He's a tame horse.
Domesticated. He wouldn't last a week.
Yeah. Oh! What?
Yes!
Oh, come
my
on!
God! Shut up!
Elsewhere. We followed Senua on her dark adventures into Helheim in Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh, she's daughter
Hella.
of Loki. Okay. Who is Thor's brother.
Yep.
From what I know, at least that's what I know via the Marvel series.
By the Marvel series. I think we can safely take that as gospel.
Some people had problems with our knowledge of Norse mythology, including Dice Lucky Blue, who cried out, "Oh, do not listen to Marvel! Loki is Odin's half-brother!"
What else have Marvel lied to us about? I mean, next thing, you people will be telling me that Spider-Man doesn't exist or something. What?
Also in Hellblade, the amazing depiction of Senua's psychosis had an interesting effect on our Let's Play.
It
feels like we're one of the
like
voices in her head.
In her head, yeah.
You getting that vibe?
Just keeping an eye on.
Just
Why
play
is she
it
looking
cool.
that way?
I don't know. Ellen's ghost.
SMNoi23 said, "Ellen, it feels like we're one of the voices." Ellen moments later in the same tone as the voices. Why is she turning her head? Finally, we had fun on Show of the Weekend with Luke helping me make an animal companion for his 90s platforming Persona Smash Blue Whale, swapping from a sloth to a shark.
So you've settled on Toot Sweet, the shark, with fingerless gloves. Oh no, we've changed one thing and now the gloves don't work.
Fingerless gloves.
Fingerless gloves. Of course, now it makes sense.
I wasn't the only one that didn't have a problem with Toot Sweet's fashion choices. Genghis John said, "Fingerless gloves are actually a pretty sensible choice for an animal with no fingers. Think about it."
Yeah, but then there'd just be gloves, and a shark can't wear gloves because it doesn't have any fingers.
What?
Still, some people think that perhaps there's another animal you're more like after last week's intro.
Oh, more cat toy for us. Go get it! She's having fun.
In fact, Aaron McDonald wrote, scribbles furiously in the Xtra law book. A few weeks ago she was sitting in boxes, now the laser pointer. Ellen confirmed as world's first were-kitty.
That's silly.
Really? Because the evidence is really mounting up. Yeah. Okay. Ellen, you're looking particularly well exercised and your coat's very glossy. You've clearly been getting lots of playtime and exercise.
Crazy cat lady, in more sense than one. Luke, come on, I'm not some like weird were-kitty or whatever people think I am. I'm not like some weird cat creature. Like, for goodness sakes, I mean...
As I thought.
Luke, do you think we always make sense on this show?
Yes, all the time, always.
Oh my god.
I regret my cat choices.
And the rumble was never the same either.
The wizard. I thought we were just going like that and then you turned around and I just got confused.
You don't have to with the whole...
What's going on?
He didn't reveal that I'm a vampire, did he?
Viewer, we have reached the end of this episode, show of the weekend.
Well, the end of the end, weekend.
It's
But it's the beginning of the weekend because we put this up on a Saturday.
Saturday,
Don't
yes,
worry.
Yes. So don't worry, be calmed. And also be
Yeah.
calmed by the fact that you can come see us at EGX. It's a cool show in Birmingham. What are the dates, Ellen?
It's the 21st to the 24th of September.
Oh, yeah.
And we will be there every single day.
Yes.
And we might be doing something on Saturday. You should keep an eye on the website for details.
Yeah,
So.
a lot of cool stuff going on. There's going to be a link on this, wherever Ellen just did her hands. That's where, oh no, I can see it now. It's a nice font we've chosen this week, actually.
I
Yeah, it's
really
good.
like that.
Good, yeah, sort of
Yeah.
unconventional. Yeah. We got to choose an unconventional papyrus. Thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.